tongue and that goes crazy every play. It's really hard to top the way Jacob Kongaika describes himself, but you could also add multiplier. After crossing rivalry lines by transferring from Arizona to ASU last year, Kongaika quickly became a valued contributor at defensive tackle and a loud and jovial voice in the locker room. He's back in 2025 to provide more big hits, big laughs, and yes, even some more big songs. On this episode, we discuss crossing the Territorial Cup lines, his football journey, planting the pitchfork in the turf in Tucson, his love of singing, the value of the poly pipeline, and so much more. So let's get to it. Here's my conversation with Jacob Kongaika. All right, let's start off with a question from a teammate. This one is coming from Kyson Brown, and he wants to know, if you were stranded in the middle of nowhere, who would be the first teammate you would call?
CJ Fight, right off the bat.
What is it about CJ that makes him so reliable and dependable?
I mean, just a great guy overall, has his stuff together, not only on the field, but also off the field. Um, great person in school, a God-fearing man, just great person overall.
Maybe on the flip side, who would be maybe the last guy you'd want to call on this team that maybe you have a little hesitation for?
Ah, I'll probably do I'll probably do Relique Brown.
Now he does. This kind of like flows into something because he claims that he's the funniest guy on the team. Now you are always kind of the life of the party, the multiplier. As a lot of folks will talk to you about. But who do you think? What's your funniest teammate power rankings? Is Relique indeed that number one spot that he thinks he is?
Definitely number one. He is definitely one of the funniest people I've ever met.
Who else is on that list? Where do you rank?
I feel like I'm up there, not too high though. I'll probably be like, I want to give myself like a top five. You still? Who else is up there? Clayton Smith is really funny. Ben Coleman is hilarious. Man, we just got a lot of characters on the team. We just a lot of fun.
So, you've been called the multiplier by, the teammates, coaches, as a guy who really helps uplift the team, a really tremendous and positive locker room presence. Is that something that just has always been natural to you? Has just been somebody who, is so outgoing, so friendly, and just kind of keeps lifts everybody up?
I mean, I'm raised in a house of six kids, three boys, three girls, and we're just used to always making fun of each other or either picking each other up and encouraging each other to keep doing better. And I think it's just easy for me to uplift people that are just great people. Like being around the team, we just have so many great people on the team. It's just easy for me to uplift them and keep pushing them to go on and do better.
And of course, that I think that really kind of also speaks to the program culture of just seeing like the ability of the guys to have so much fun, but also push each other. Excuse me, work hard and uphold that standard. Now that you're heading into your second year as a Sun Devil, how have you seen that culture, even perhaps build upon that and take that next step? Especially coming off a very successful season.
Oh yeah, I think the culture has just grown. Everybody's growing so much closer, and there's not too many groups that where everybody has their own group. I think we mesh so well together, and we can see each other out and about and love each other up like we're brothers, like blood brothers.
The defensive line during practice is, usually where, I'll be out there covering a practice, and I'll usually like to stay by the D line for a good segment because you guys really have a great rapport and chemistry. You and so many others are, really kind of getting after it, having some, giving some encouragement, but also having some fun a little bit. What is the rapport and that chemistry in that defensive line room like?
Oh man, Clayton Smith, he brings a lot of laughter and joy to the team. CJ, he's on the more serious side, but still knows how to mess around here and there. Prince Dorba, always having a good time. Justin Watley, he's a big deal in the energy. So, I mean, we just have a lot of people who know how to bring different things to the table, and we just always have fun. That's our main thing, just having fun as a unit.
Of course, playing for Kenny Dillingham for now in year two. Still one of the youngest coaches in the entire country, even though he's accomplished so much at such a relatively young age. What jumps out to you most about just playing for Kenny and what kind of standards and program he likes to run?
I mean, it's really just lifers, like the little things that we do every day just to get better, the intensity that we have to go through each day to push each other and just really just getting better, like, and then family, like he really does make it feel like a family, and I really appreciate him for that.
What's your favorite Kenny Dillingham ism? I mean, he's a very quotable guy, and a lot of things that he likes to say repeatedly. What's your favorite Dillyism?
I mean, every day you see him, every time you see him, he just, oh hey, and I'm over here, oh hey, and then he's like, how you doing? I'm like, oh I'm phenomenal. I'm like, how you doing? And he's like, lifers, great, I'm phenomenal. Just all the positivity.
So, going back to last season for a little bit, obviously as a newcomer transfer in from the rival down south, no less. How did the vets kind of embrace you, get you acclimated to the Sun Devil standard, and now kind of where you are this year? How have you maybe passed that along to some of the newcomers coming in this year?
I mean, first time coming in, especially coming from the rival school, I didn't know how they were gonna treat me, or how I was gonna be um, seeing how everything works. But the vets over there, they like Leaf and them, they all welcomed me with open arms, and were always so kind to me, and I appreciate them for that. And I just try to do that for all the people coming in right now. Like we got a lot of young guys in our D line room now. So when they like Rashad, Deshaun, and Josh, when they came, I try to help as much as I can. Give them pointers here and there, stay extra, watch film with them if I can. Like just trying to help as much as I can.
At what point last year did you know that this was a special team that could make some noise and make a run?
Summer workouts for sure. We do these things called dominators, and it's conditioning wise, and I've been a part of a lot of teams where it's like a really good work and everybody hustles hard and everything. And when I saw that during last summer's workouts, I just knew we had something special going on.
Ultimately, obviously, you guys, hoisted the Big 12 championship, made a run to the college football playoff. What do you feel ultimately made this team so successful and so special?
I think I think everybody really gave their all for each other. I think we really played 1 of 11 football, and everybody did their job and just executed it to the best of their ability.
When you look back upon this year, now that that's been kind of in the rearview mirror for a few months now, what were some of your favorite moments of the 2024 season, whether they're on or off the field?
Man, there's a lot of fun moments. It's gotta be them times when we used to go bowling whenever we could, and just go bowling and have fun and compete. Not only on the field we compete, but off the field, whether we're doing bowling, ping pong, pool, really anything, even jumping in the pool, making the biggest splash, like just competing with them is the funnest thing of all my time here.
How are you as a bowler?
I'm okay. I'm not bad. Some may say otherwise, but you gotta always trust what I say.
Who's maybe the best bowler on the team?
Ah, I know Leaf had his own ball last year, and he's really
Mm,
good. Best bowler right now, though, I know Jeff has his own ball, and I heard he's good. Shaman is good. That's the only two I could think about right
okay.
now.
So of course, as part of the success last year, the fan base really, the alumni base, especially, everybody was so excited. The stands were filled. Hundreds of fans were, lining up to greet the buses as you guys were coming and going from the facility. Ultimately, it was the valley was being activated, as Kenny likes to say. What was the most rewarding aspect for you to see, the impact that you and your teammates were having on a community and a fan base that really over the last few years had been really starving for something like that?
I mean, really, just the smiles we were able to put on people's faces. I mean, them being able to have the opportunity to rush the field and just come interact with us, like it still gives me chills. Like every time I think about people rushing the field and coming up to us and congratulating us, it was just it's a surreal moment.
When you look back upon the 2024 season, where do you feel that you improved the most on the field as a player?
Um, I think on the field as a player, I think I improved definitely more in my run game and was able to not only get a lot of knockback, but be able to shed off and make plays whenever I could.
Now, I want to go back to the start of your football journey. How did you first initially get into the sport? When did you start playing?
I started playing around middle school time. We had moved to Utah with my family, and that I couldn't I couldn't play in California just because it was too expensive. But once we got into Utah, we were able to do more sports and everything. So I started to play football with my cousins on my mom's side. So that's when I started around middle school area.
What did you do? What did you play any sports prior to that?
I played basketball, rugby, a little bit of baseball, but not too much. What else? I threw for track and field in high school. Yeah,
Oh wow! So, what was your favorite sport as a kid before you started with football?
basketball for sure. A little bit of rugby. Rugby was always fun,
Oh wow!
but basketball for sure.
What's the scouting report on you as a basketball player? Who?
Oh, right now, I'm a little itchy. I'm not too good. Can't move as well as I used to, but um, I'm all right now. Probably give myself like 1 star, maybe half.
So once you finally did get started, playing football up there in Utah, what were some of your early memories there? Were you always on the defensive side of the ball, or did you get a chance to showcase your ball carrier skills?
Oh man, I wish I was able to touch the ball. I played a little bit of tight end, but mostly blocking, catching here and there. I love touching the ball when I was on offense. It was my favorite thing, but I just didn't like blocking, so I had to go hit them. I'd rather hit than block. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
At what point did you know that, like, hey, I'm pretty good at this, and this sport could take me places?
I think after my freshman year of high school, um, I I knew I should have played a lot more in Utah, and I just didn't get the chance to play it like with JV or varsity or anything. So we ended up moving back to California, and when I went to Mater Dei, I was just blessed to be around so many great people, and it was just that's when I knew like, oh, this is just gonna make me better, and I can really do this.
Were you kind of good right off the bat with your size and skill, or did it kind of take a little bit to kind of get obviously since you were maybe starting into the sport a little bit later than some other folks?
No, it definitely took me time to get better and understand and just perfect the technique and stuff. So I would say I had to put in a lot of work for it, but just starting to pay off in the end right now.
So whether it was middle school, high school, even currently at the college level, walk me through the biggest, hardest hit you've ever delivered on a ball carrier.
Hardest hit I ever delivered, man. I can't even. I really can't even say because during the games, most of the time I just black out and I play ball. Like I go back to my childhood days and have fun. Like I can't recall too many times where I really hit someone and they were like, wow, like but
Okay.
there definitely was some hits where I hit them pretty hard.
So is that just kind of like in the zone, like you take the field, you strap up the helmet, and just kind of as you mentioned, kind of just black out and just go, let that aggression go.
Yeah, I think every time I put on the helmet, it's like not even me that's there. It's like I'm like a completely different person. But I always have fun. I don't even know what it is. I just lose control, but have fun at the same time.
So of course, you started off your college career at the school down south. During that time, what was your view of Arizona State when you were a Wildcat?
So down there, they have a name for Arizona State football players, and they call us scummies. And I don't know. I never really knew anybody too much up here until Shot had his freshman year up here. That's the first person I ever knew that was at Arizona State. Besides that, though, I didn't know too much about anybody. Um, so I really didn't have an opinion on them. I knew they were one of the teams on our list, and we just had to beat them. That's about it.
And so, of course, then when you enter the portal, obviously Arizona State had so much going for it, and ultimately it was your choice. But was there any difficulty in kind of crossing over the rivalry line?
Difficulty for me? No, not really. Um, I think it was a pretty easy move because it wasn't too far from where I was for the past 2 years of my life. So it was a little easier for me to move up here. Like I'm not too far from some of my cousins and them down south. But it definitely was hard to get to know new people and build a whole new relationship with completely different people.
And of course, obviously, you guys piled up a bunch of wins, and of course, taking home the Territorial Cup and bringing it back to Tempe. One of the moments that seemed to really resonate with fans and make you a fan favorite of was planting that pitchfork down in the field. Just walk me through that moment. Where how you got Sparky's pitchfork and just kind of the plants and it's kind of made you a folk hero in Tempe.
Man, that moment was so crazy because when I had first gotten to ASU, one of the first things people were telling me, like the vets and just the guys were telling me that I had to stab the fork into the A after we beat the U of A. So I said, okay, I'll do it. And when the game came up that week, I didn't think nobody remembered, but one of the boys, I forgot who it was, one of them had brought it up to me, and I just knew I had to do it. So by fourth quarter, probably like 2 minutes left, I saw Sparky over there. We were already out of the game. I saw Sparky, and I was just like, Sparky, let me get your fork. And I had grabbed his fork, and then I was on the sideline practicing how I'm gonna do it. So right when the buzzer went off and it was the end of the game, I ran straight to the A and just stabbed the A. That's about it.
Uh, so of course, being part of this program, the poly pipeline has been such a key component, and the program really places sincere importance and value in that. What is it like just being in a situation in an athletic department, in a football team, in a locker room that really places such a priority on the poly pipeline and the Polynesian culture?
Man, it's awesome because I'm really big in my culture. As you can see, I got my Tongan flag hanged up in my house. You know, we're a little island, but our pride is very big. So just being able to have a team that allows a lot of Polynesian like me to come to the team and just make an impact wherever we can. It's awesome.
What do you feel the polyculture brings and adds to a program like Arizona State?
Oh, we bring everything. We either have a really fun time or we compete till the death. Like we're gonna win or we're just gonna go out. One of the way. We're gonna win on or off the field. Like we we would.
So of course, having that, the Polynesian culture and the family has been really big. Your family's been very present and, such a big part and providing such a great support system. How much easier was that transition and at a new school and also just kind of the demands and the rigors of a life of a college football player to have your family there, kind of step by step, every step of the way supporting you.
Um, it was just it was so easy for me to take the stress off my shoulders to be able to have my family with me all the time just because uh, I love them so much and I don't know where I'd be without them. So it's so good to always see them whenever I can. And I love when they come out because they just take over my whole house and we just all it just makes my house feel more home.
I believe that they usually are hard at work and making some lays for the team on game days, getting them ready for that week's game.
Yes, sir. That's the plan. Yeah. They 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 definitely do that. So that's a big blessing.
So, what is it you love about football? Obviously, being, playing in college football at this level is, a lot of, very rigorous demands on your time on and off the field, in the classroom, in the film room. What is it about this sport that really pushes you and drives you?
I mean, I get to hit someone 100% with all of my strength without getting arrested. That's gotta be the best thing about it. But besides that, definitely, definitely the life lessons you learn while going through all of this student athlete stuff.
So, when you're not, on the field and you get a chance to kind of recharge, what are some of the things that you like to do in your downtime to, away from the football?
Oh, singing, top tier. I love singing. That's gotta
Really?
be my favorite thing.
Okay. What kind of stuff do you sing?
I sing everything from island reggae to country to R&B to old school R&B to gospel. I love it all.
Has that always been something that you've enjoyed doing, or is that something that you picked up a little bit later on?
Oh, I used to well in elementary school. I used to ride with my mom to school, and when I was like really young, like we used to just sing to the radio every day. So that's one of my things.
What song? What is your best song? Like, if you were to do karaoke, what was the song that you could nail perfectly?
Best song has got to be like Neon Moon or something like, or an island reggae song from like J Bug or Fiji.
Okay, all right, good to know. Hidden talents there.
Yes,
Um, you
sir.
know, looking ahead now to this upcoming 2025 season, obviously you had a new, or obviously it was a new coach just coming to a new place, but also his first year in Tempe and Coach Reynolds. What kind of impact has he had on you in terms of developing your game?
Um, he just taught me so much from pass rush wise to even stopping the run better than I already did, and I appreciate him because he helps me so much, not only on the field but off the field.
He's obviously been such a key role in developing so many prominent pass rushers and defensive linemen over his career. What as somebody gets to learn from him every day, what does it mean to have a coach with that pedigree? I believe one of his players, all recently inducted in the Pro Football Hall of Fame as well.
Man, it's a blessing. It's a very big blessing because we're able to pick off knowledge from him that people would pay thousands to go sit down with other people and listen to. So I think it's just a blessing for all of us in the D line room to be able to have a guru from the D line to be able to teach us.
And of course, the D tackles also have the benefit of learning from a former Sun Devil great in his own right, Vince Amy. What kind of impact has Coach Amy had on you?
Man, Coach Jamie, he always brings the energy, so I gotta match it. So, but he also helps a lot with interior because he's played the position, obviously. So he just understands what we go through, what moves would probably be better, and how many steps like it would take for them to get to us or for us to get to them and close the gap and everything.
Brian Ward once said that the second year for a player in his defensive scheme is when the kind of the why really kind of clicks for you. Heading into the second year in this the defensive system, how much more comfortable do you feel? And how do you feel that you're understanding the why of the defense rather than just kind of maybe the what of year one?
No, yeah, for surely. I'm very comfortable in this defense now. Like I think it's just like second nature, second habit for me to just go and play ball with these guys now. Um, and my why for this defense is really just 1 of 11. Like, do your job. That's really about it. That's all I hear every day. So,
And of course, you're one of so many returning faces on this defensive line. Seems like nearly almost the entire three deep it has come back. What is it like just to have so much returning experience and familiarity in the system in that defensive line room?
oh, it's great because we're able to just keep rolling and go fast and not think about it too much. And everybody understands the defense already. So once say I would mess up a little, they would be able to correct me, and it wouldn't be like I'm feeling some type of way. It would just be like, oh, I understand because you know it and I know it as well.
So, of course, you're one of the many veteran defensive linemen in that room. But who are some of the younger defensive linemen, some of the young and up and coming guys that might be the future of the Sun Devil D line that have really impressed you during your time here?
I mean, we got to start off with little Albert. That's my dog, little Bert. But Albert Smith, he's doing well, gaining weight, getting bigger and getting stronger and faster every day. We got Celeste Manu, great kid, working hard, getting bigger as well, stronger and faster. Learning the scheme of this defense and really understanding it. We got Ramar, that's my dog. He's doing well. He's doing really well in pass rush. He's doing his stuff. And we got Deshae, Josh, Rashad. They had just got here, but they're doing well as well. They're just starting to pick it up a little faster. I think once everything starts rolling, they'll be able to get their feet under themselves.
What are you most excited to see from this team next season once you guys hit the field?
Oh, I just can't wait for us to get rolling like we did last year. Just be able to go out and have fun and just activate the valley again.
So obviously the kind of maybe at least on the external side of things, the expectations coming into this year are a little bit different than a year ago at this time. So now that you guys are the hunted, the team that every other team in the conference is gunning to take down. What kind of changes in the mindset, or are there any changes in the mindset? Kind of going from the hunter to the hunted.
Not too much, because everybody's worried about beating us, like you said, being hunted. We're being hunted and hunting us, when we're just worried about ourselves. We're worried about us beating ourselves and being better than we were the day before. I think mindset wise, we're just ready to play ball and ready to do our best and keep doing better for ourselves.
So over the course of the summer months, what has been kind of your focus? What are the things you've been honing in on to get yourself ready for this upcoming season?
I mean, recovery and rehab is a big thing, just to make sure my body is ready for this workout, for this season coming up. And main thing is just taking it day by day and making sure that I keep getting better every day.
A couple weeks from now, you'll be up in the pines of Payson, Arizona, at Camp Tonazona. What was that experience like for you? The first time around, and what are you looking forward to this year?
I can't wait. I can't wait to hike up that mountain again. That's the thing that really what I look forward to. Also, they got a little creek down there that you can jump into, so that's gonna be a lot of fun. And then definitely sitting by the bonfire and just talking stories with the guys. So those are three main things I'm looking forward to.
How much of an impact do you think that the experience of Camp Tonazona had on you guys and your success a season ago? Of just obviously, the practices are one thing, but as you mentioned, there's so many things to do that really it's the bonding and the brotherhood that seems to be the biggest value from Camp T.
I think before that we were all close and very close, when we were down over here, but once we went up there, I think we just got even closer, and it just built a bond, a stronger bond that just was unbreakable.
Looking ahead to this fall, all those Sun Devil fans that are in the sold out Mountain America Stadium stands, what do you want those fans to see from you this season?
Um, just just a Tongan that goes crazy every play. That's about it.
I'd like to thank Jacob for taking the time to talk with me for this episode. Make sure you are subscribed to Speak of the Devils for more great coverage all season long. And make sure to follow me on all things social media at BDenny29.